Hello everyone, welcome back. So if you have been following our literacy activities all this while, you might be knowing where Arman stands at the moment with phonics. I'll give a brief review. Initially we started with sound games to identify the different sounds in a word without any letter symbols. Then we moved on to the sandpaper letters to introduce the symbols. And then we did many activities to familiarize with both the symbols and sounds. After this, we did activities to recognize the beginning sound, ending sound, and then medial sound in 3-lettered CBC phonic words along with the symbols. Everything is listed in our phonic series playlist. Please check out the links given below if you haven't watched them yet. Last week, we were intensely focusing on activities for recognizing the medial or vowel sounds in 3-lettered CVC phonic words. If you're wondering what CVC means, it is the abbreviation for consonant, vowel, consonant pattern. Words in this pattern are introduced first for the ease of writing and reading. We'll talk more about them later in this video. So today we are moving on to the next level in phonic activities by introducing one of my most favorite Montessori materials, which is the large movable alphabet. Basically, it is a large wooden box with big cutouts of letters. Usually the vowels are blue and consonants red in color. The main objective of the large movable alphabet is to build words and later sentences without the physical act of writing. It is also used for laying the foundation of reading by blending letters together. Now here I have made a DIY version of the large movable alphabet. For this I have used 2 sheets which are red and blue in color, red for consonants and blue for vowels. These are called AM sheets and are quite thick. You will not need such a big one for vowels. I couldn't find a smaller one, that is why I went for this one. I was not very specific about getting the letters in perfect shape, so I just wrote the letters on these sheets without any stencil or letter templates and cut them out. You can print out any letter template of your choice and trace them onto the sheet if you want it to be more perfect. What I have done is I drew lines that were 3 cm apart and wrote the letters so as to get all the letters in the same width. Some letters like J, G and Y will extend below the line, and others like F and T will go above the line. The extended portion should also be of the width 3 cm. I have 4 cutouts of each letter. You can cut out more if you want. You can also choose to have more of the commonly used consonants and also more vowels. Imagine how great a sensorial experience it is for children to feel the letters as a whole in their hands. I then made a box out of a cardboard packaging to store my letters. I used cardboard pieces to make the dividers. Some letters will need more space compared to others. So as you see here, I've made the middle 2 rows a little wider than the others. I put the vowels together and kept the dots of I and J in one of the sections. You can also get a jewelry organizer like this one for storing the letters as a cost-effective option. The original Montessori movable alphabet is stored in a wooden box, which is a bit pricey. Montessori does emphasize a lot on using natural materials, but if you have other priorities to spend upon, you can just do with a box like this one. Now, as I mentioned before, this box is presented when the child is familiar with a few, if not all, letter sounds and symbols and can associate the symbols to the sounds. For the first presentation, we carry the box to a floor mat, place the box to the left of the mat if your child is right-handed, and set it up with the base propped on the lid to improve the view of the child. We then ask the child to set up the box this way. It would be beneficial to have lines on the floor mat to facilitate the correct positioning of the letters. I drew these lines 3 cm apart as well. I am using an old mat we had in hand. I drew lines on it with sketch pens, and then I demonstrated to him how to position each letter. Now take a few letters out, sounding them as we lay them on the mat. We then return them to the box in the correct compartments. The child might take over at this point. If not, ask the child to select those letters he or she knows and place them on the mat. If the child is able to spontaneously associate the letter symbols or the graphemes with the letter sounds or the phonemes, we can progress to word building. If not, bring back the sandpaper letters and assist the child in the transition to the large movable alphabet by asking him or her to feel and sound the letter using the sandpaper letters, and then locate the large movable letter and place it on the sandpaper letter. After this level, we can proceed to word building. Suggest a 2 or 3 lettered phonic word like mat, tin, box, etc. and build the word emphasizing the individual sounds in the word and position the letters on the floor mat. After this, you can ask the child to build words if he wants to. At this stage, no mistakes are corrected and the child is encouraged to build more words. If the child asks about the coloring of the letters, you can explain that the blue letters are vowels and every word we ever write will have one or more of these special letters. Once familiar with the large movable alphabet and its functions, the Pink series is introduced. These are 2 or 3 letter phonic words that will follow the patterning of short vowel consonant or consonant short vowel consonant. Some sight words are also introduced in this series. The words like cow, car, put, etc. follow the CVC pattern but are not phonic. So these are not included in the Pink series. Like I mentioned before, the vowel sounds introduced first are the short vowel sounds like a, e, o and a, and not the long vowel sounds like a, e, I, o and u. Examples of phonic CVC words include cot, bag, ten, etc. Now before progressing on to the first activity in the Pink series, which is the Pink Box 1, you could put small objects with phonic CVC names each in a box with the 3 letters required to build them. This will be a good way to practice before moving on to the real activity and a good way of transition and scaffolding the child's learning, as he or she will not have to choose from the entire set of letters but instead build the word from the 3 letters required for it. Now let's move on to Pink Box 1, which is basically a box containing 5 or 6 objects representing 3-lettered phonic words. These objects need to be attractive to entice the child, like miniature versions of the commonly seen stuff. You first ask the child to name all the objects inside. If the child misnames something, you can correct him or her positively. For example, if a child calls a mop a broom, you can say, yes, it looks like a broom, but it's actually a mop. You can then ask the child to choose 1, 2, or 3 objects. Place them in a vertical line to the right of the box. If you don't have lines on the mat, leave sufficient space between the objects so that the ascending and descending letters don't overlap. Ask the child to name the first object again. Carefully accentuate the individual sounds in the word and ask the child what sounds he or she can hear. Focus on the first sound first and then move on to the other sounds. The medial vowel sound is usually the most difficult, so give particular emphasis to it.
Hands up.
Okay.
No top.
Top.
Oh.
Top. What's the first sound? Okay. What's the first sound? Top. Top. Okay.
Top. Top. Yes.
Okay, now. Top.
Oh.
Okay.
And this lens also on this lens also on this lens.
Okay, now top.
What's the last?
What's the last sound? Top. Top. Top.
What I'm hearing.
What are you hearing? Top. You're hearing p. Okay. Take p. So what? You finished it. Do you want to do the next 2 words?
Yes.
Yes? It is okay for the child to make mistakes at this point, but if the child repeatedly selects the wrong letter for a particular sound, Reinforce the symbols and sounds using the sandpaper letters. Once you have introduced this activity, the child should be encouraged to independently work on it. Keep changing the contents of the box to give the child ongoing practice with the word building. The pink box too follows the same procedure, but this time with pictures instead of objects. This makes it easier for us to include a wide variety of words.
Then the last.
Yes. So where is up?
Yes, a mug. Mug.
Mug. And then?
Last.
What is last?
Mug.
Okay.
This one?
Yes. Jet.
Jet.
Okay.
Jet. Look, jets and engines.
So what is jet? What is the starting sound? Jet. Jet.
J.
Okay. Jet. So these are the first two activities in the pink series using the large movable alphabet. The next few are reading activities and I'll show them to you when Arman does reach there. Right now we are really into building words. He's so happy and proud that he can make words all by himself now. Do click the bell icon below to get notified when I post the next video and stay connected. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.